Hello and welcome to the LifeEd channel. Today we're looking at how many bank accounts should I have? First of all, this is not a one-size-fits-all question. The answer for many people will depend on a lot of different factors, which includes their personal circumstances. It can also depend a lot on whether or not your bank charges for your accounts. In some places you can get an account for free or almost free, and in other places it can cost quite a lot of money to have a bank account. First and foremost, you're going to want a bills account. This will be the account that all of your monthly recurring expenses are going to come out of. Expenses like your mortgage or rent. This will also include things like your utility bills or your insurance and any other monthly recurring bills. Ideally, you'll want to have them all set up to be going out of your account automatically via direct debit. The first thing you're going to want to do every time you get paid is put enough money into this account to cover all of your bills for the month, plus a little bit extra just in case there's some variations in your regular bills. Secondly, you're going to need another account where you will put your monthly budget for all the household expenses. This will be the account that you primarily do all of your spending out of. Pretty much any time that you go into your purse or your wallet, this should be the card that comes out. This is a much easier way to keep your monthly budget on track. By only using this account every time you go buy groceries or alcohol or basically anything for your house, you will be able to keep up to date on how well you're doing on the monthly budget. Just make sure you don't forget to stock up on the toilet paper. The next account we should all have is the emergency fund, or the rainy day fund, depending on what you like to call it. We all know we should have this account, but not many of us actually do. And I know what you're thinking, but it's impossible to save. That's the whole point of all these other accounts, is to make the saving automatic. Every month, when you put the certain amount of money into your bills account and into your spending account, you also put a certain amount of money into this savings account. It'll help you stay on track. I believe this is the very basic 3 accounts that everybody should have. I myself prefer to have more than this, so I'm going to go through a few of those next. I like to think of it this way. All the accounts we've talked about so far are the essentials. Now I'm going to talk about all the accounts that are for fun. I know what you're thinking when you hear about a fun bank account, but just stick with me for a couple of seconds and let's go through it. Number 4, your entertainment account, or your luxury account, or your leisure account, or whatever you like to call it. This is the play money account. This is the account that you can spend out of without having to feel bad that you might not have enough to cover your bills for the month. Every month, you give yourself a budget for fun, and then you can, without guilt, spend every dime in that account if you want to, or some months you can spend less, and then you'll have more for something a little bigger in another month. This is the wining and dining account, or the amusement parks with the kids, or the aquarium. I don't know, anything that you like. The point is, you can have all the fun you want, knowing that everything else is paid for. Now it's time for my absolute favorite account, the travel account. I absolutely love traveling, so put a little bit of money every month aside in one account, and when you have enough, go somewhere. I could probably go on for hours on all the different types of accounts you could have. Now, you probably don't want to stick around that long, so I'll just fire off a few right here. So, in addition to the accounts that I've already listed here, for example, my wife and I both have our own individual accounts as well that we can spend for anything that we want for ourselves each month. I also have another separate account which I use for all my online shopping and online transactions. This adds an extra layer of security because I'm never giving out the details of the account that most of our money's in. In fact, my online account is actually at a different bank entirely. You can also have dedicated savings account for holidays such as Christmas. You could also open dedicated savings account for different items or particular occasions that you are saving up for. Most banks really don't have much of a limit on how many savings accounts they'll let you have. In reality, to sum it up, the real answer is there is no real number of accounts you should have. Basically, as long as you have more than just one, you're probably on the right track. The thing that I can tell you from my experience working in the bank is that the customers that I saw who had multiple accounts, and I'm talking in some cases 20, 30 different accounts for different purposes, those were always the people that were most in control of their finances. There was plenty of people that made quite a lot of money but only had one account, and they were always having a hard time struggling to budget. This doesn't mean that opening multiple accounts is automatically and magically just going to fix all of the budgeting issues, but it is probably one of the best tools in the tool chest in order to help. Well, that just about does it for me on this video. Now if you could just do us a big favor and smash the like button and subscribe, that'll help support the channel. If you have any questions about anything in this video, or if you have any ideas for a future video, please leave them in the comments below, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one.